36 now. 1st and 10. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. From the 38, Stafford. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Lions first down.
Blue 60.
Here we go.
On first down, Stafford here. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushers. Teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Packers' 38-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
21.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now it's Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they're able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 18.
152 fighter.
He's coming, double up.
49, check 49.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
Over.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will make it 10-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces him to settle for 3, and it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 13.
Rodgers going to throw. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is Harris. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 5, brings up 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
Ready? 180.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on the punt. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
They're running it.
Back north.
Rodgers now to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively. From the 50, Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Stafford now 9 of 11 passing in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Clement. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Corey Clement, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
Let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown. And it's 3rd and 4.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Rodgers. And he's going to go down again. Devon Kennard in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, check 26. General West, back north.
Hey, alert 3.
Working from the gun. Rodgers looking downfield for Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 38, Stafford eluding the pressure right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Ready, 280.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
32.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Jones has it. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards. Now Stafford toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They come out here in the I. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also some...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw. Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's got room. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Nick Nelson, who played his college ball at Wisconsin, had the tackle. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And from down in Miami, an update. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Just like that. 44, Mike, 44. Come off the ball, hard. Whip. Watch the whip.
Hey, take 26.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Packers first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. After the sack on first down, Rodgers, he'll let this go for the end zone. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Equanimous St. Brown, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Point after try forthcoming. And that one puts them on top here in the third. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Well, he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. 15 yards for the Lions there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on first and 10. From the gun, it's Clement. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on them.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are going to jump back in front.
Mike 42.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even insult the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That'll be caught by Rice. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Inside.
Hatchet.
Clear, Mike. 5.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 36, Rodgers is going to let this go for the end zone. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have retaken the lead.
I'm going to run you over. Boom.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They begin the drive with Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, 22. Hey, exit.
To throw is Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
This is Clement. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. A pretty good effort there. 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. Trying to pick it up with Clement. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Devon Kennard able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Over. Yeah, live.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. The 20. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. From 13 yards out, and the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Stafford on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards, the final tally. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. Dumping it off for Johnson. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now it's Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
218, chop.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Trey Flowers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Rodgers complete to Jones. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Harris to return. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Johnson, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
We got 3. Peel right. 22.
Brings up 4th down.
One last throw here for Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
43, Lions 26.